You start feeling bad for yourself. Not kind of remorse that you did something bad, but now you're feeling bad. You're having pity for yourself. You're not a sympathizer. You sympathize with yourself. Not people having pity for you, but you start sympathizing with yourself. So imagine that feeling. Then the next point, sex and his brothers. Okay, so some of these addictions that are sexual, they come with what we call sex and his brothers. Yes, you fall into sex, you metamorphose into masturbation, you move into pornography. If you're not careful, you might just go into start sleeping with animals. Yes, even with kids. Then your fellow sex. That's where homosexuality starts, lesbianism starts, because sex has brothers. The moment you start having sex and you're addicted to sex, by the time you know, these other brothers will start coming after you. So I just need you to be aware of that. Okay, now we talk about the demonic possession. Okay, sex and his brothers. And what is the root cause? Demonic possession, the spirit of Jezebel. Yes. Now, there are demons responsible for sexual immorality. Now, they recognize you because you've opened yourself up, and they possess you. And that's why you keep telling yourself, I don't like what I'm doing, but I don't know how to stop it. And I keep doing it. Yes, you keep doing it. You're possessed. That's the honest truth. You're possessed. You're not you anymore. Something has taken over you. So you must recognize this, because until you recognize a problem, you cannot solve it. Yes, until you recognize a problem, you cannot solve it. So this is where it's coming from. You don't have control over yourself anymore. So whenever I talk about the change of addiction, a demon is responsible for it. It's not normal. You've been chained. You've been enslaved. You are in chains. And a demon has enslaved you. So accept it. Because until you accept it, you cannot get solution. If you live in self-denial, sorry. The only thing I can tell you is sorry. So at this point, I will just move. I've talked about the chains of lust. I've talked about the chains of, demonic possessions, the spirit of lust, the chains of lust, love and lust. So I think I will just go straight to love and lust, because I'm done with chains and all that, lust and all that. So without further ado, let's move to number 17. So that's how we'll be doing it. There are some points I will just take together, But I hope you guys are learning. Yes, you guys are picking one or two. So number 17 is love and lust. Love and lust. Love gives, but lust takes. Simple. That's a simple definition. If a guy tells you, if you're a lady or if you're a woman, if you're a guy, and anytime you see the opposite sex, you feel like sleeping with it, having sex with the opposite sex, and in your head, what you'll be thinking is love. It's not love. Love gives. The Bible says, "For God so loved the world, He gave." So whenever you feel like sleeping or having sex with the opposite sex, you're about to take something from the opposite sex. So that means what you're doing is lost. What you have is lost. It's not love. So that was a wrong interpretation of what you're feeling. Yes. And a lot of persons need to recognize this. Some persons are beclouded by emotions and they start feeling something sexual for the opposite sex and they think they're in love. You're not in love. You are in lust. Yes, you are in lust. You just want to have sex. The only thing you want is sex. But to you, what your brain tells you you're in love, you're not in love. Forget the nomenclature. Forget the name. What you are actually feeling is lust. Love gives. Love looks for the good of the other. Yes. Love is not selfish, it's selfless. Love is everything about God. Everything God is love. And that's why the Bible says God is love. Every character of God is what love is. You want to get married and the man cannot wait for you till marriage. He wants to sleep with you. He cannot wait. Love is patient. So that means the man does not love you. That's why he is in a haste. Yes, he is in a hurry to have sex with you before marriage. If he truly loves you, he will wait. Because love is patient. Love seeks the good of the other. A boy will just impregnate a girl, a young girl, and at the end of the day, the girl will be suffering, and he will be there saying he loves her. After he has messed her up and he has dumped her, if he truly loves that woman, then he has to go and do what is right by paying a bride price, doing all the marriage processes before even having sex with her. That is what love should be. Because going through the processes of marriage shows that it dignifies the woman, it values her. That will make the woman he says he loves, to have value. So if you love someone, you must give the person value. So if you're not giving anybody value, you're taking away the value. Imagine a man going ahead to disvirgin. Some guys do it consciously. They disvirgin girls, and at the end of the day, they say they love them. No. You are taking away value from that woman. You don't love her. The only thing you have is what we call lust. You're just in lust. You're not in love. Okay? Enough said. I move to the next slide. Number 18. The acceptance of faith. Failure and slavery, I've talked about it. Just accept it. Then, pathway to perpetual slavery. Slavery, yes. Pathway to perpetual slavery. So, because you're enjoying it, you keep regretting at some point, you're already on that pathway. And in fact, you're enslaved. You've accepted it. That's where number 18 comes in. You've accepted your fate. There's this point you get to in addiction. I've been there before. You tell yourself, oh, but there's nothing I can do. I can't stop it. There is nothing I can do. So you just accept that you are failed. The moment you start experiencing that, you are in perpetual slavery. You just accept failure. You just feel you can't get help. You cannot be helped. And you keep doing that stuff. Keep smoking. Keep having sex. Keep watching that pornographic picture because you feel you cannot get help. You're helpless. Why? You've accepted your fate. So that is a phase, yes, that some persons are in. As I'm talking right now, somebody is already in this phase. I know some of you can relate to this. Put that in the comment. You can send me a WhatsApp. We can talk about it because at this point I'll be doing some mentoring, helping people come out of this. Yes, taking them through the steps. Yes. So I'll be doing that. So if you're already in this particular phase, please do that in the comment section. We're going to look at it. So we move to number 20. And number 20 is just hold on. Just hold on. Just hold on. Just hold on. Okay, what we'll do is at this point we are going to end it, and we'll come up with another episode. Yes, because our battery is low. Yes, so in the next episode we continue from where we've stopped. So see you in the next episode.